Hey guys, welcome back to Healspot. This is Healin, your host from the guild moonities in the server Darrowmere. Today we're going to be explaining the fight Ignis in 10-man Ulduar. Now let's go through his abilities. He has a Scorch, which is an AoE damage 10-yard radius on the ground. If you're standing in it, you're taking about 6 to 8k damage per second. The tank has to be kiting. He has to be on the ball on that, because if he's standing in it, or any DPS is standing in it, they will die unless they get quick heals. Ignis' second ability is called Flame Jet. What it does is another AoE damage. You can't get away from it. Everyone gets hit in the raid group. Probably hits at around 5k damage on everyone. And if you're casting, you are silenced for about 6 seconds. So you can't afford to be silenced if the tank's being in a Scorch, he's being hit hard by the boss. You have to stop casting. You have to watch your deadly boss mods to make sure that stop casting, take a good second or two, and then start up again healing, because you can't afford it. Ignis' third ability is called Molten Pot. He has a pot of lava on his stomach. What he does is he takes a random person in the raid group, puts that person in his molten pot, and the person will be taking a lot of damage, immense amounts of damage. You need to be quick. In my case, a good holy shot, and then right after maybe a holy light, bring them to the top, and that person should be okay. But you need to be quick on that, or else you're gonna lose a DPS, or you're gonna lose a raid member. Alright, now let's clarify the main tank's job. As you can see, there is a water fountain right there on the screen, and what the tank's been doing is going back and forth from fountain to fountain, keeping the Scorches in that area. Now, the reason we are keeping the Scorches around the raid group from fountain to fountain is because the off tank has to pick up the adds that are coming into the fight. The off tank has to drag those adds into the Scorch, so that they become molten. It takes about 10 stacks for the adds to become molten. This is key because after they become molten, the off tank has to bring the adds into the fountain, and that's why we're keeping this fight around the two water pools here. As soon as the adds reach the water, they go in the water, they become brittle, and they only have 5k health each. This is where you want to down these adds, get rid of them, or else you're gonna overload with adds, and the off tank healer won't be able to keep up with that, especially when the off tank has to keep going into the Scorches. That's a lot of damage on the off tank's part. So from then on, you rinse and repeat. The main tank will always be kiting from fountain to fountain around the raid group. The off tank will always be taking the adds, trying to pull threat after they become molten, because when the adds become molten, they lose threat. So the off tank always has to be on the ball for that. Now let's talk from the healer's perspective of view here. So first of all, what we have here is a off tank dedicated healer, simply because the off tank will be taking a lot of damage, always going into the Scorches. The adds still do a lot of damage when they stack up on them. I'm a pallet healer. I'm staying mainly on main tank. That's what pallets are good for. We have a priest in this fight, having good heals on raid party. Other than that, you just gotta be quick on whoever's in molten. In this fight, I'm pretty much just doing flash of lights on everyone, helping out on party, and then maybe if I get too much behind on a tank, I'll just pop a good holy light, bring them back to the top. And keeping Sacred Shield on the main tank is always a good thing. If there's a pally healer healing the off tank, well, Sacred Shield the off tank. When I use Divine Illumination, I try and use my beacon, because beacon uses a lot of mana. Not sacred, but Blessing of Sacrifice on the tank while having beacon on yourself is a very efficient way of keeping the tank up while he's taking a lot of damage. Good positioning for a healer is just between the fountains. You have everyone in range. For molten pots, instant cast heals, quick heals. For flame jets, I'd I can't stress enough, you can't be casting because things can happen and you need to be able to heal. Other than that, good luck to everyone, and thanks for listening. This is Heal'em from Healspot.